Hello, everybody. Thank you and welcome to our program today. Happy Christmas to you. Happy belated Christmas. And as you're looking forward to the new year, I want to wish you guys Happy New Year in advance. My name is Dr. Chidi. I'm reaching you guys from Toronto, Canada. Do me a favor. If today is your first time on our program, please make sure that you subscribe and also hit the notification bell and leave us a comment. But most importantly, help us to share this video and so that we can get as many people here as possible. Today is a day that we specially set aside to interact on a very important topic, something that is very dear to my heart. If you've been following me for some time right now, you will know that I don't take issues concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB, and the people of Biafra. I don't take it for a joke. If you've run into this poster anywhere, you will see that, or you must have known that the topic of our discussion today is the continued incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian government. And today, as we begin to count down to the end of 2022, we want to pause and remind the government of Nigeria that they are holding someone that has not committed any offense other than asking for the freedom of his people captive in their DSS dungeon. So today we'll be discussing the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or we'll be discussing the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Nigerian government. I expect to have some guests from Canada here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a lot of supporters from around the world, but I decided to have a discussion, one-on-one discussion with his supporters who are within my own own jurisdiction, which is Canada. I live here in Canada, and I know a lot of IPOB people here in Canada. I also know a lot of Biafrans who may not necessarily be members or officials of the IPOB. The way, okay, someone says I should increase the volume or adjust the mic. Please let me know. I think my cloth was covering it. Let me know how the mic sounds now. Please let me know. Is it okay? Let me know if the mic is okay now. Yeah, so like I said, I'm expecting some people to join me who are here in Canada. You must also appreciate the fact that this is the holiday season, and this program is also taking place a little late in the day for people in Nigeria and Biafra land especially. It is 11 o'clock. It's 8 minutes past 11, so it is pretty late. I don't know why you're not able to hear me. The volume is at maximum, but I'm gonna try a small thing to see if it will increase the volume. But like I said, while I'm doing this, please invite as many people as possible. Let me see. I'm trying now to increase the volume. Well, the volume is at its maximum right now, so I hope it is better now. So guys, let me know, is it better? Can you hear me? Mazi Ejike, I see you. Esther, I see you. And then Dr. Erica, thank you so much. Please let me know if the volume is okay. All right, it's okay now. Okay, I'm expecting a lot of people that volunteered from Canada here to come talk about this issue. But like I said, it's the festive season. A lot of people are doing some other things. I don't blame them. It's the holiday. So if we don't get them to come online, I can understand. And but I know that eventually we would have people come online. Dr. Erica, if you can type the number for people to call in case they wish to make any contribution. If you want to make any contribution, please, there's going to be a number that you can you can going to be a number that you can call in to make your contribution. And yes, I accommodate all kinds of comments and posts, but because of the seriousness of this matter, I will please ask you to focus on the topic and not digress. I may not have room to tolerate all those digressions. No, 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 or distractions. Okay. So I won't want to say that I will cut you off, but I will expect you to be civil. All right, I think I already have a call. I hope you're calling into the show. Um, Go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Basil Okeke. I'm calling from Canada.
Oh, how are you, my brother Basil?
I'm okay. I'm just signing in. So
Okay.
I guess I guess I have to do the video stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me close it and then sign in again by video. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Basil. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I also put a link for anybody who wants to come in by video. We would prefer if you can come in by video. That would be more beneficial to us. If you can come in through StreamYard, it will be more beneficial. But if you're not able to come in through StreamYard, you can also call. We are sending a message today to the Nigerian government to remind them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there against all advice, against all orders by the law courts to release him. The president of Nigeria has refused to obey that court order. And I think we cannot just allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to stay there like nobody cares. It is not fair. For somebody who has cared for his people as much as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has cared for his people, as much as he has sacrificed, it is only fair that we continue to speak about his ordeal, that will continue to make every move in our individual ways, because in this whole freedom and liberation struggle, people have different ways of going about their own style of this freedom fight. We are all not going to do it the same way. We are going to employ different methods, different strategies to do it. But the important thing is that we all have to keep on pushing. We all have to keep on reinforcing, this reminder and this warning to the Nigerian government that if they continue to do this, there are consequences. There are international consequences, there are local consequences, and they will be held responsible for any outcome of their refusal to obey court order. Like, if you will not listen to the people, listen to the court that you set up. Okay, so like I said, I have the StreamYard link. that you can use to join in, and I also have the phone link. I think I can see someone in the studio. I hope you can hear me. You can see me. Mazi Jerry Okoro, thank you so much for signing in. How are you, sir? Jerry, I hope you can hear me. Hello, Jerry. Can you hear me? Okay, he's not able to hear me. Can you hear me, Jerry? Can you hear me? Jerry, can you hear me? Your mic is not working. You need to go out and then come back. You need to go out and come back. Then maybe your mic will work.
No.
Okay, it's working now. Hello, Jerry. Can you hear me?
Hello, doctor.
Yes, I
Are you
can
here?
hear you, Jerry.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I am fine. I am fine, but a little bit sad.
Okay. So, I guess you can start by telling us why you're sad.
The reason for my sadness is derived from the title or the caption of this video message or the Facebook message or the message in relation to the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the kind of killing going on in my land. It is heartbreaking, and I think it's not everybody that is going to keep quiet. We need to talk about it. We need to let people know how we feel and what we feel, and that is the reason I am sad.
Well, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you consider it a duty to not keep quiet now?
Thank you, Doctor, for your question. You see that evil continue when righteous people keep quiet concerning the ills going on in the society. It is our duty to speak out and call spade a spade. It is our duty to speak out to let the people know that evil is evil. It does not exalt a nation. It does not promote the well-being of the society. That is why it is important that every right-thinking person has to condemn evil in our society.
So when you say call a spade, what is the spade you're calling in this case here? Is there what like concerning the case of Nigerian government, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the killing of Biafrans? What is the spade there? What is the truth in all of this?
Yeah, the truth there is, why must the righteous suffer and the evil men are prospering, arrogating importance to themselves, blindfolding people by what they spread up there? You can see a situation where a leader like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a person that is being revered by over 70 million of arrests, they've made his life miserable. The worst happened when he was illegally kidnapped and renditioned to a country that he has denounced, tortured, did everything to eliminate him, irrespective of the invasion of his home that led to the death of the parents. They brought him into a country that he has denounced, and he has said he is not guilty of everything that they charged upon him. Looking at it now, a court of competent jurisdiction in that country released a verdict that he is discharged. But you see, today, after being discharged, he is still being held in the dungeon. The worst now is this man has a heart problem. If any of them get sick, they will jet out to another country, bring them back to normal health condition. But a figure of this magnitude, after every torture, after every suffering, is still being held. Is it that they want to kill him indirectly? What do they want to do with the faith of these people that believe in him? What is the standard of the law in this God-forsaken zoo?
So let me ask you a question, Jerry. Why do you think the federal government of Nigeria does not want to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free, even when the court of competent jurisdiction within the Nigerian system has said let him go?
Thank you, Doctor. I think that the only reason is they are afraid of facing the dialogue face to face. Hence, the court has declared him discharged. They are afraid that releasing him means setting Biafra free. Releasing him is bringing to the table what he is asking for. And what is he asking for? He is asking for a referendum to determine if these people want to live together or establish a condition that will bring the minds, the feelings of these other people in a democratic concept. They are afraid that if Nnamdi Kanu walks out of that place now, he is coming out with the flag of Biafra. He is coming to fulfill the destiny. He is coming to establish the mandate given to him by Chukwu Okike Abiyama. He is coming out to tell the world that Biafra has come to stay. Because if a court of competent jurisdiction has declared him free and he is in that country, so what is remaining is what? What do you want, my friend? You have fought this battle a long time. You have lost everything, and still you are there only to fulfill this mandate that Biafra must be free, that Nnamdi Kanu must be released.
Jerry, don't be upset with me. I'm almost asking a question like my children who ask me, when they were much smaller. If they ask me, Daddy, why is this? If they tell me, why does a car run on 4 wheels? If I tell them it is because it needs to balance, they'll ask me, why does it need to balance? I'll tell them it needs to balance because it cannot be crooked. They say, why doesn't it need to be? So forgive me if I'm going to ask that kind of question. You have said now the reason why they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because they are afraid. So what is the fear for Biafra? What will the coming of Biafra do in Nigeria that should make the government be afraid? Because if all Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking for is for liberation, if all he's asking for is for the nation of Biafra, why would the government be afraid of the nation of Biafra? Why?
Initially, there is a conspiracy that they don't want to allow another Japan in that part of Africa. The Europeans, based on their exploitative interests, don't want anybody to come out and challenge the stealing of Biafran resources, the balkanizing of the people of the country. How is it that you came and brought us the Bible and then you handed us over to Quran? How is it that you are using our people to launch attack on our independence? Before Nigeria came into being in 1914, there was Biafra. Before Nigeria came into existence, there was a country. We can quote one of the genius, Chinua Achebe. And that is the same reason that the Eastern Consultative Assembly asked Ojukwu that hence we have seen it that our people are being killed and the world are blind, the media houses are blind. Nigerian only use the money to ban them. And that is not helping matters. We want Biafra. We want the release of Nnamdi Kanu. We want the stoppage of killing, of raping, of injustice, of marginalization that our people have been going through since the emergency of Nigeria. The why is that the marginalization is beyond description now. We want to exit Nigeria. We want Biafra. Anybody thinking about one Nigeria, I think, does not wish the black race anything good. I can't hear you, sir.
I said I don't think I've not gotten the answer I want. Imagine that I don't know anything about Biafra and Nigeria. What would make the federal government of Nigeria be afraid of the coming of the nation of Biafra? Why would they be afraid?
You see a situation when there is a cow that is producing the milk.
Yes.
And the people around this cow are not benefiting from the milk that is being produced. Look at a situation today where a greater number of our youths are idle on the street. Look at a situation today when you can see the occupiers of the security apparatuses in Nigeria. Look at a situation when people are completely excluded from the governance, where people cannot say their mind, where the democratic concepts are not being respected, where we are only meant to be seen and not to be heard, where we are made the third-class citizens in a nation that was supposed to be indigenous owners. You don't want to be with somebody and you don't want to let him go. What is the rationale behind that? Is there any reason today why an Igbo Biafran will not stand firm and seek for Biafra? That is the only hope of a black man. That is the only hope of an Igbo man. We need Biafra more than anything. We need Biafra more than the people that are projecting one Nigeria. And we cannot hold down this decision that we have made. According to Nnamdi Kanu, we have reached point of no return. And I think that anybody who is subscribing to anything other than this referendum is an enemy to Biafra.
Okay. What I will term this is that you really don't understand it's maybe confusing to you why the Nigerian government will not allow a state of Biafra. But one thing you say that is outstanding to me, that stands out, that I can maybe hold on to, is that it's like, according to you, the milk, the cow that is producing the milk. So when you say the cow that is producing the milk, in terms of Nigeria, what do you mean?
Doctor, I think there is something that I missed from the beginning. That thing that I miss is, before our leader starts whatever thing he does publicly, he calls on our God, Elohim, so that he can direct the thought, the thinking, the dialogue aright. Can I have a minute to call on the name that is above every name?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Because without him, we are nothing.
I agree.
Without him, without following his dictates, there is nothing we are asking that will come to fruitfulness. Therefore, I humble my name on your hallowed platform to call God of heaven, the Almighty Creator, the Ancient of the Ancients, the Maker of heaven and earth. He that created everything and was not created by any person. He is our present help in this our time of need. The need to open our inner eyes to know that we need something better than what we have now. We are calling upon him that all we are asking for at this time of our need is that Biafra must come. He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He is the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. We know that he never abandoned his people, and Biafra will not be an exception. Father in heaven, our people are being abandoned. Almighty Father, we are not going to fear any evil in this confrontation. We are not going to look at the people that are killing us, how mighty or how they are equipped weapon-wise. We are today, from our hearts, committing our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unto your able hands. Abba Father, we are committing unto you our DOS, those who our leader has given the mantle to lead and that we shall follow. Equip them with your thoughts, equip them with your direction. Father, we are committing our ESN into your hands, those that he has mandated to take care of our forests. While we have enemies among us, fighting us from inside. Lord, we are committing this battle into your hand. We are committing the whole IPOB family into your hand. We are committing our legal team into your hand. Unto you, O Lord, we know that the enemies are out against us in hydra-headed ways. The worst amongst these is the household enemies. Those who declare openly that they are Biafrans, but their works in the secret reveal otherwise. Chineke nke pụrụ ime ihe niile. Bịa bịasara onwe gị ahụ. Bịa kpochapụrụ anyị ndị a na-awụ ha egbuo n'ọhịa ha pụta n'ụzọ jụọ sọ onye gburu. Ha akpachala nkata na-achọ ka onye ndu danye. ka Biafra wuru ihe kposara ekposa menjuo ha anya Chineke dị ndụ ka aka nsi ha baa ha n'ọnụ tinye ọgba aghara na ndụ ha tinye ọgba aghara n'ezinụlọ ha tinye ọgba aghara n'ọgbakọ ka ihere bụrụ nke ha site n'ebighị ebi ruo n'ebighị ebi ka otuto na ekene na nsọpụrụ na mbuli elu bụrụ nke Chukwu Okike abịama. Ise. Thank you, my brother. Now you can come with the questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Mazi Jerry Okoro. For the benefit of those who are watching you for the first time, can you please tell us who you are and your relationship with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran struggle?
Thank you very much, Dr. Chidi Wanyanwu. It's like asking who is Dr. Chidi in Canada. You know, because anybody that doesn't know you in terms of preaching unity, in terms of preaching progress, in terms of bringing our people together, is a new person in this part of the world. My name is Jerry Okoro, popularly called the chief priest or the people's servant. I have been in the forefront of Biafran agitation in Canada. I have been in the leadership of servanthood here in Canada. I joined IPOB in 2013. That was the first time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came here to sow the seed of Biafran restoration. And since then, I have been one of the people advocating for the restoration of Biafra. I've equally been to things you organized. I could remember when Abike Dabiri came to Canada. Under your leadership as the NCA president, I was there with IPOB, where I told Nigerians the vindictiveness of Buhari, the evil machination he is allowing the Fulanis to come and do in the midst of Biafra. The rapings, the killing, the displacement, the marginalization, the exclusion, and the torture of our people. You see people like Abba Kyari that are known as international criminals are walking free. You see people like Gumi are walking free. And we allow these Fulanis to use our own people who arrogated leadership in themselves. I am using this medium to tell the world that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to be released. And I'm thinking it is a weakness on the part of our own people that even Peter Obi, Dave Umahi, the Ohanese people, and a lot of us now are deviating from the truth. What actually do we want? Is it the continuous killing of our people? Yes, my brother. Thank you, and God bless you. This was when Abike Dabiri came here. And she requested if I wanted her to take the picture to show the face of Biafrans in Canada, which we allowed her to do. I also led the people of Biafra to Red Cross, to Amnesty International. I also organized the coming of the IPOB hierarchy when Uche Mefo was the deputy. That was the very time IPOB blossomed in Canada. So asking me who I am Mazi Nnamdi. I am chief priest. I am one of the people that stand firm resolutely in IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am also in complete alliance with our DOS, because without the DOS, we wouldn't have been where we are today. Without the work of DOS and our legal team, we wouldn't even have the opportunity of seeing Nnamdi Kanu 2 times a week. So I am a Biafran. I am a resolute Biafran. I believe strongly in the works of Nnamdi Kanu and what the DOS are doing for us, because the DOS are wise.
Okay, Mazi, Jerry, I was just scouting the internet because that's what I do. As you're talking, I was trying to search out when they organized that event. I think I saw it somewhere. But anyways, I don't have it. I wasn't fast enough to pull it out. But it was sometime in when was this? 2018, I think. Yes, 2018. Okay. So, but at least you have been able to say who you are. So thank you so much. Now, Jerry, there are too many questions to be asked, but I will try to, take them one at a time. We also have a phone number that people can call in. But I know when I was thinking about doing this program, my intention was to hear voices from Canada here, because a lot of people, being in social media, whenever you start talking, people will say, oh, what are you doing? Something is happening in your place. What are your people doing? What are your people doing? Charity starts at home. And when I try to tell them that there are people here, including IPOB as an organization, I actually reached out to the leadership of IPOB here, and hopefully one or two people will be able to join me. But I know this is a festive period, so I know how difficult it is to lay hands on you people. But the person kept saying that Chidi, what are people doing? What are people doing even from Canada? And when I try to tell them of the activities that have been done here in Canada in the past, some people don't believe it. Some people actually accuse me of not doing enough, that where have I been? They've never heard me talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So thank you, Jerry, for even trying to explain that if anybody here in Canada says they don't know me concerning this struggle, that person is joking. So, but let's lay that aside for now. It's not really about me. It's about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we're here today talking, because as we speak, people are enjoying Christmas. People are, having fun. But this man is sitting in the cold DSS dungeon. I know this because the convener of the Revolution Now movement and the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, has been through that kind of experience. And from that, I know what that experience is. And it is not something that you would wish for your enemy. So my question now is, what are the things that we can do, seeing that the federal government is not budging concerning the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What can we do, both individually and as a community? Because here I know that we have the Biafran community here, we have the Igbo community, we have people from the southeast, we have people who are not even from any of these geographical regions, but they support and they love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Nnamdi Kanu is there. So many people have called on different actions, and let me say purely here, some of you are here may not like what I'm saying. I don't agree with the methods that some people have devised in trying to pursue this liberation struggle, because I believe that their method is more disadvantageous and causing more harm to the struggle than good. So from your point of view, Mazi Okoro, what should happen? What should we be doing to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out?
Thank you very much, Doctor. I can unequivocally tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done the job for Biafra to come. He has fought the battle spiritually and physically. He has laid the foundation everywhere. There is no part of the world you go today without hearing about the indigenous people of Biafra and the restoration quest. I think that we are becoming cold here in this part of the world because we allow the Janjaweeds to manipulate us through the British colonial masters to continue exploiting our people, to continue sidelining us. But what I am saying is we need to be hotter than we are now. We need to carry out more sensitization and more evangelism. Most of us are having members in the houses from the district, regional, and provincial setups. But we are not reaching out. We have even seen that the Igbo Union that always come out in their numbers to support everything that the IPOB are doing are now dragging their feet. Either because of non-compliance, because of in-house squabbles, because of lack of unity, which is exactly what the enemy wants. They are using our people to launch attack of destruction on us. Instead of putting our eyes on the ball, we are fighting frivolities. We are fighting amongst ourselves. And the worst of it is that they are using us to kill ourselves. For instance, how can somebody say he is your disciple and he will not take instruction from you? What kind of disciple are you? How can somebody say you are a disciple and you are only trying to duplicate what your master has done? You only want to put yourself in front. You are replicating every legacy that he has put in place. And I think, in all honesty, that a disciple is called. You don't impose yourself on the people. You don't preach another gospel. You will follow the template given to you. And this template is in the hands of Onyendu, which he has handed over to the DOS. So anybody that is not following the laid down rules of the DOS under Nnamdi Kanu is doing disservice to the Biafran restoration agenda. If you cannot obey that institution he has put in place, you think you can dismantle it by blackmailing, by propaganda, by telling lies, by forceful fabrication of nonsense allegation. I am here today to tell the world that Canada is standing solidly behind Nnamdi Kanu, behind IPOB, behind DOS, behind ESN, as Nnamdi Kanu established, and asked us to follow. He never asked us to follow any other person. So when we are following any other direction, we are no longer in compliance to the laid down rules given to us by our leader and the Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know if this answers your questions.
Sorry,
okay, you want me to elaborate?
No. Sorry. I just tapped on something. Yes, Mazi Jerry, thank you very much. It answers my question to some points, but I'm also wondering, when you look out there, because of politics, and you know very well that I participate in politics very well. I'm the kind of person who I'm a very active person. I know a lot of people, they say, Chidi, I don't know how you do it, because I am everywhere that I think that my energy can carry me. And when it comes to energy, I can tell you I have a lot of energy. So when it comes to politics, I give it my best. Both politics here in Canada and politics outside Canada. And in Nigeria, my participation in politics is because I believe that that is my own way of fighting for the liberation of my people. I believe in the principle of self-rule, agitating for self-rule. And I believe that my people need an opportunity of a referendum to decide whether they want to be part of the union or not. And because of that, I align myself with a political party which believes that IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a right to seek for self-determination. But you see, in doing that, there is so much misinformation out there. There are so many people who are online deceiving people with propaganda, like you said, deceiving people with conspiracy theories, and they have a lot of followership. And I'm wondering, what is it that people like you can do or say to really help to inform people and to educate people? Because these things that I know very well that they are lies is having a massive effect on people, because we are in the social media age. So what is it that you think people should do?
Thank you, my brother. You know, you have done a good job in your analysis. And I think I will attest that you have unlimited energy as far as following the right course, you know, to sensitize people. You have energy that you need to share to other people so that sometime when was it I was talking to you that there is no time you click on Chidi that he is not active, very super active, irrespective of all he does during the daytime, irrespective of whatever engagement he is involved. Okay, so what is it that we can do here? You know that we in Canada, we can say we are lucky to be in this part of the world where you see how people have organized themselves, how they have laid good foundation for their future generation, how they have made things that even people that are not working benefit from the system. But we are back there in a system, even when you are working, you are not benefiting from the system. Corruption is a household name. And people close their eyes and see this injustice permeating in our society. All these are in increase because people who are supposed to speak out are not speaking out. Please, I am calling Canadians. You have a lot to do in exposing the evil of the zoo against God's own race. You have that mandate to let the Canadians know that our people are being killed. We are being enslaved in our own land. The resources that should add life to our people are being denied. And we are keeping quiet because we don't want to die. Sometimes I am not looking at the Jibril, who they are calling Buhari, that he is holding Nnamdi Kanu now. Because he made a pronouncement when our elderly statesmen, people like Elder Mbazulike, Okwadike, and the rest of them that have little got, went to Buhari, even before court gave their verdict, and appealed to him to release our son. He said, okay, I've heard their request. And the reply he gave later on, he will not interfere with the court. And today, the court of competent jurisdiction gave their verdict that this man, of all the charges, is free and should be discharged. Why must he still be suffering in the dungeon? The issue now is he is having a health problem. Why won't he be allowed to take care of his health? Why must somebody hold us and ask, what can we do? And we say we have doctors. We say we have lawyers. We say we have learned men. We say we have politicians that are meant to help us channel our problems and take care of us. What are the governors doing? They want us to come again and cast election or vote for them. Who are these governors who have bottled their mouth? They have their evil and devilish meetings, and they're telling us to stay where they are killing us, to stay where they are invading us, to stay where we are denied the dividends of citizenship. What is wrong in Biafra being independent? Look at the population. Look at the whole of Europe. They are all being divided according to their tribes. What is the population of Sweden? Finland, we are talking about, is only 5.5 million. Look at the population of Biafra. Look at the population of Britain. Scotland is almost independent because they have their own squad that represent them in World Cup. They have their autonomy.
Mazi Jerry, let me just touch on something. You see, our people, if you follow our people, you will sometimes become frustrated sometimes. I know I talk about so many topics. It's my platform, and I'm free to choose what I want to talk about. And when I decide that I'm going to pause and focus on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm hoping that a lot of people will be able to call in, especially those in Canada, call in or come in by video. So let me also reiterate again for everybody who is listening right now. The program is open. If you want to come into the studio, I just put a link here that you can go ahead and oh, Jerry, I think you want to make a phone call. You can go ahead and make the phone call. If you want to come into the studio, there is link for you to come into the studio. There is also a phone number that you can call. Somebody, Kingsley Onaga, you say you want to call me. It's okay if you take the phone and call me, okay? Let's not make it look like any hidden thing. Anybody can pick the phone and call, or you can click on the link and come into the studio and speak with your video. Okay, Mazi Jerry Okoro has been gracious enough to come live on video. I also contacted a lot of other people, and if they are able to make it, fine. If they're not able to make it, this is my own little contribution to the struggle. If all of us do our own little contribution here and there, I tell you, it will amount to something visible. But what is sometimes confusing is when people don't want to come on, they don't want to contribute, they don't want to make any call. It is not good. And having said that, I have someone who is very regular on our channel, and I'm going to give him an opportunity to talk to us. You don't really have to be from Canada, but I want you to know that it's being initiated by those of us here in Canada. But you're welcome to join and talk too. Somebody's asking the video. This is the video link, V222 Vic. I just posted the video link. But C2, you're in the house, my brother. Go ahead.
Okay, Dr. Chede, I greet you. I salute you for the job that you are doing. I appreciate you so much, and Biafrans all over the whole world appreciate you. And I appreciate my brother there, our father that is in the room with us, and then I thank him so much.
C2 has gone off. I'm sure he will come back. It's probably a network issue, but no problem. We must continue, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will always say. So, like I said before, if anybody here wishes to come on, there is a number that you can call. It is right there on the screen. All you have to do is, okay, maybe some of you just joined now. You don't see the number. So I'll post the number again. It is 647-989-2837. You can call this number and you can make your comment. You can ask your question. You can even throw your tantrum. You can throw your tantrum. You can make your complaint. You can slug it out with me. I don't care. Anything that we do to try to bring about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's okay. For his sake, I will take anything from you. If you have the courage, if you have the boldness, go ahead, pick up the phone and call. Click on the link and be in the show. Don't pity me. Don't say, oh, Dr. Shida, I would have told you this. Bring it on. No problem. There's nothing that you tell me, there's nothing that you say that will be more than the man who is sitting down there in the dungeon suffering. So don't let anything like that make you stop. Go ahead if you want to be on the show. Come on the show. If not, we will continue. Now, Jerry, let's go back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we are okay, I think my brother is here. Let's give him a chance to talk. Okay, C2, you're here before your network cuts off again.
Yes, I don't know what is happening. I think they are tampering with the network or something, but we don't care.
No problem.
So, like as I was saying before the network cut me off, we don't have representative in Biafra land. We don't have an elder. Nobody is representing our people. The only person that is representing our people is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB at large. That is the people we have. In the times of elder, we have nobody. The people we have in Biafra land are cowards. They are 100% cowards. They are not meant to live. These people are not human beings, and they are not the same blood with us. These are different people who we don't even know where they came from. And this is what I've been asking my people. Let's find out where these people came from before we can call them Igbo people. Because as far as I'm concerned, they are not. How on earth can somebody told me at this point in time that everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us have come to pass, that they will come to kill us, and nobody will say anything about it? Nobody, no even governor, no even traditional ruler, nobody will speak. They will kill us, and it is happening in front of our eyes, and they are doing it. And we are watching Sheikh Gumi saying that the Fulani, the most deadly terrorists in the world, designated by an international community. Sheikh Gumi is going around telling the whole world that Fulanis are warriors and they are defending their territory, they are defending they are in the bush doing their jobs, that they are warriors, that they should vote for the person who is going to protect them. They shouldn't vote for anybody who is going to come against them. These are Sheikh Gumi word, not my word. I quote him verbally. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who never killed anybody, who never hurt a fly, his only crime was to sit in radio and ask for the freedom of his people. They say that he's in Jerusalem, he's in heaven, and he speaks, and people in Nigeria heard it. So therefore, they will hold him. He only asked for the freedom of his people. He never killed anybody. He never hurt anybody. He only speaks through the voice that Chukwu Kikabiama gives him to speak so that his people will wake up. And he did exactly that. So tell me how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be kidnapped in Kenya by the help of the British, sponsored by help by the Kenya. He was kidnapped and rendition. These people committed atrocity. They broke the international law, international treaty. They broke it. It's a crime against humanity and the British citizen for that matter. They kidnapped him and then they put him in Nigerian dungeon, in SSS dungeon, getting to 2 years now. Nobody is saying anything, but Sheikh Gumi is going up and down, talking all manner of things, you know, saying something that's all manner of things that don't supposed to be said. Imagine any bishop in Biafra land or any pastor in Biafra land saying that ESM must be protected, that they are our warriors who are safeguarding our bushes.
Hold on, C2, hold on, because when you're talking about, I remember this Sheikh Gumi issue came up in a discussion with someone. I was somewhere where it was posted, and somebody said it is not true. I don't understand Hausa, but I want to share that video. You know, sometimes when we're just discussing these things, it's better. Let us, for the benefit of people who didn't know before, let us share this video. This is the video that we're talking about. This is a particular video here, and I'm going to play it. I think it was done in Hausa, but at least anybody who understands Hausa should be able to explain it. But let's just play the video because it's good to talk with evidence.
To cikin 'yan takarar nan ina bin lafazinsu, na ga lafazin wa'yansu suna jiran wai kawai a ba su mulki ne su ƙara makamai da za a mulkushe mayaƙanmu a cikin daji, mutanenmu a cikin daji. Shi ne kawai. Alhali muna so a sawo shugaban da zai zo a zauna da shi, a fahimtar da shi, a kira mutanen na a yi musu abin da ya kamata a yi musu don mu samu mai zaman lafiya.
Okay, the reason why I put it out there is that so somebody can actually go and listen to it and confirm, because the thing about social media now is, it was just like I was saying in the last program I did before now. Social media has spoiled so much that people just come out with lies. It's like the more you lie and the more you manipulate, that's the more that people clap for you. I even saw a video that I did with Ikengo Rago. Someone went and cut it and he manipulated it, and autopilot people are spreading it around without posting the real video. I don't want to talk about that today, but just to make reference to that. So sometimes I think our people should spend a little bit more time to research, to ask questions, to investigate. Don't just take something and just begin to spread lies and just run with it like a chicken without head. Go ahead, C2, finish your point, and I know Jerry wants to say something.
Yes, the reason why Nigerians did not research is because they were being put in bondage. The plan was these days. Britain advised Nigeria not to make sure that Nigerian government, whoever that is coming, that's been leading them since the amalgamation, to make sure that there is no how these people can get any clear of atom of education, talk less of to give them social media to express themselves, to make them understand exactly what they have been put them into. This is total darkness, total blackness. That is what they are being instructed to. Okay, are we aware? If not because of NSAS situation came up, did we know that Britain was the one who formed NSAS in Nigeria? These NSAS that goes about kidnapping people, killing people, harvesting their organs. If not because of NSAS issue, how do we actually think that Britain formed NSAS? But Britain was the one who formed NSAS in Nigeria. If not because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opened it up, they now come out and acknowledge it. Yes, that they are the one who actually introduced NSAS in Nigeria. All those security forces that you've seen that in Nigeria today was created by Britain to subdue our people. But we say no to that. So let me go back to what I was saying. We just like our brother says, the man who says who is parading himself as a Buhari says that he is not going to interfere in their judiciary system, that the court should do their needful, and the court do the needful, and they went to the court with our barristers, and the court find that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just expressing his concern, his feelings towards his people and the freedom of his people. That is nothing to be worried about. He's not been committed. He didn't commit any crime, and he should be discharged and acquitted, which the court of the Nigeria judiciary did, acquitted him and discharged him. So why is it that Buhari and his Fulani counterpart, his brothers and sisters, are still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why? The reason why they are holding him is they want to see what we Biafrans can do. And I want to make it clear that we have been, I'm happy with what our DOS have done. They have sent all the whole letter from the court and everything to the whole international community. They have done that. But I'm telling Nigerian government right now, Nigeria government led by Muhammad Buhari and the Fulani, his brothers and sisters, they are the one holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have been telling them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He had a heart problem which they need to be attend to him. Allow this man to go and attend to his head problem. You say you refuse, you hold him. And when the court acquitted him, the first thing Malami did was to ask that he's going to contact the Igbo elite. And now the Igbo elite are colluding with the Malami, holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody. And they think that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu eventually something happens to him, that these people will actually go free. They think that they are actually going to go free, or they think that we will clap for them.
So,
They know that the answer is no.
C2.
Our people are ready to defend Mazi Nnamdi. Our people are ready to lay their blood,
hold
to
on,
lay
C2.
their life, to make sure
C2,
that
can you
Mazi
hear me?
Nnamdi Kanu
Can you hear
lives.
me? Hold on.
Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Che.
Yes, Mazi Jerry, I'm going to come back to you, because when C2 says that the Nigerian government, you know, has refused to allow the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they have done so because they believe that our people can do nothing. That is where my question lies. What are the people capable of doing? Because now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there and they've refused to release him, we've just heard now that the DOS has written a lot of letters, but the federal government is not budging at all. They're not even showing any signs that they want to release him. And before you start answering, the other thing I want to talk about is there are people from the southeast, there are Biafrans who are actually afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being released, because we saw that while everybody was jubilating when they say the court has granted the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of people were out there being afraid. I have never seen that kind of a thing. They are out there complaining, saying that releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was part of Nigeria's government plan. So I want you to talk about that. Who is the kind of person who thinks like that? Who is the kind of person who will be afraid? As an Igbo man who is a Biafran, is afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu coming out. And why?
Thank you, Dr. Chidi. I think that brother C2 is well informed, and he's not talking from the two sides of his mouth. And I want to make it clear here that all the forces against the coming of Biafra must be wasting their time, because Biafra is a mandate from heaven. There is nothing that will stop Biafra from coming. This revolution that has started must continue. Nnamdi Kanu told us that he is not going to fight this battle from behind. He will be leading from the front. And today, all we woke up on onye ji ihe nwata weli aka elu, akara we ahog ewede. We can never be derailed by the shenanigans of Nigerian or the British government. They are employing every tactics to derail our people. They are employing every strategy, including bribing people that are supposed to see themselves as Biafrans. But I want to tell the world to understand that we are not here to entertain them. We are not in IPOB to entertain people. We are not here to make friends. We must avail the world with the naked truth. And those who want to die in ignorance, let them die. That is their business. It is either Biafra or Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu told us that we are whiter than white and we are whiter than snow. A lot of people don't go into that to see the real meaning of being whiter than white and whiter than the snow. We jump from fire to frying pan. Any little gift will blind us. And we speak from the two sides of our mouth. There are people in our midst that are making things difficult for us. Let me bring you back to a time when Nnamdi Kanu met with the governors of the East, that happened in Owerri. He gave them a landmark 5 lines. These are the things the people are asking. Go and discuss with Buhari. If he accepts those conditions that will better you, giving you good road, the second Niger bridge, renovating the dilapidated structures we have in our education, our health system. I think there were 5 things. The moment they accept that, then we'll have a basis for dialogue. And the stooges of the Fulanis went there and they were driven back from Aso Rock. Then they came back and arranged for the killing of Nnamdi Kanu. That was what led to Python Dance. And to see the handwork of Chukwuokike Abiama, just like he removed Elijah with the chariot, just like he took Jonah to Nineveh, our leader was removed from the death trap of our governors to kill their own son so that they will continue to rule and deceive the people they are deceiving. But today, the Lord of heaven and earth has said that Biafra must come. And there is no evil machination by humans. Whether you come from the east or you come from the west or you come from the north, you can't stop pregnancy that is about to be given birth to. You cannot. Biafra must come is a mandate from heaven. And we stand. That is why I am appealing to people for us to achieve what God has given in our custody. We must support one leader. And the leader we will support is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has paid with his life. There is no love an Igbo man has shown that can be weighed in a balance with what Mazi Nnamdi has done. Who amongst us can claim that he has suffered half what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered? Do you remember when he was kidnapped by Wazirike? He was made naked, dragged on the floor. Urine from women were collected and spilled over Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know what Nnamdi went through when he was in Kuje prison? And the man of God in Kuje prison told the world that whoever in Aso Rock cannot jail him. And that has come to pass today, that court in this God-forsaken country has pronounced that Nnamdi Kanu is discharged. And reasonably, no court in that system has the right to subject him to any other legal thing. But because the country behaves like animal, they don't even obey the legal institution they established themselves. And you still want us to go with this fraudulent constitution? You still want us to go into election and elect fools again to take care of us, people who don't have interest of our people at their own heart. You want us to stay with people who cannot come with one voice, whether you are a politician, whether you are a clergyman, whether you are a traditional ruler. You cannot come with one voice. Where is Abakari? That is indicted internationally as a criminal. Did you see Sheikh Gumi here? He moves into foreign countries and negotiates with bandits, with terrorists. What has Nnamdi Kanu done that they will allow his health to deteriorate in their dungeon? They buy cars and give presents to other countries that are helping them to take our land from our ancestral land. But you don't have money to feed the person you spent billions to extradite from another man's land, committing international terrorism. And we say we have governors that want us to do what with them? To stay with them? To vote them in again? To prolong our stay in the zoo? What is bad in saying, okay, for a very long time, you are saying that you want to stay, but you want to do it in a peaceful way. Let us do this plebiscite or this referendum. It is not strange in Nigerian country. It was done to bring the people from the side of Atiku into Nigeria. It was done to carve Midwest out of the Western. Why can't it come on the table now? I mean now. You are seeing like the governor of Enugu State. You see the kind of havoc that the Fulani bandits are committing there. Are they saying anything? They want to replicate what is happening in the Northwest and the Northeast in the Southeast, so that they will have reason to say, look at what IPOB has done. But the most painful aspect of this is we have allowed them to use people who claim that they are fighting for your interests to deceive people with propaganda, fabricated lies, to deceive people by monetizing IPOB. What you hear every day is donate for EESN. Who are you giving the account of this money you are collecting? I want to be more specific here, Dr. Chede. Somebody calls himself autopilot. That is plane flying without a pilot, directionless. And you are collecting money. You are not paying for the legal team. You have not sent anybody during court trial to go and witness and show solidarity to Onyendu. You have not sent anybody to go out where IPOBs are displaying or demonstrating. You have not organized any single mushroom protest to show your solidarity. Only talking trash and rubbish. Majority of these people are people that are sacked from IPOB. They gang up to sabotage the effort of IPOB, to sabotage the effort of DOS. And they think that the best thing to do is to blackmail them. Chinas and Woru, we want your picture. Am I powerful? We want to show your picture. But this criminal, has he shown us any certificate that he is truly a lawyer? Does he speak like a lawyer in the very first place? Does he speak like a learned person? Can he show us his certificate as a lawyer in Finland? Can he show us where he has resigned from PDP? Can he show us where he has resigned from Ohanese? Don't forget, he went to Germany to eat yam with a Kuramad. Has he shown us the picture of the people that made him spokesperson or smoke person? Who are the people that made you the spokesperson of Biafra? Didn't Nnamdi Kanu ever call you his disciple? Why are you fermenting trouble? Because you want to incriminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist, which he is not. Before Nnamdi Kanu starts any program, he calls on Chukwu Okike Abịama He has never come out to tell us. We are following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is following Chukwokika Abiyama. Okay, you talking about this 8 days. You say DOS sold him. You say Aloy Jimako sold him. You fabricate all sorts of lies against the children of light and thinking that I know that you will not come to that country because it will come and all your lies will be made open. Remember the cardinal things I have said here. As you are demanding for photo of Emma Powerful, the photo of China Samoru, Biafrans will want to see your certificate as a lawyer. Or are you Tunumbu? Or are you Buhari? Biafrans will want to see your certificate when you were commissioned as a military in Finland. Biafran will want to see the letter of your resignation from PDP. Biafra will want to see your letter of resignation from Ohanese. And Biafra will want to see the names of those people who made you smoke person or smoke person or whatever you call yourself. And we want to tell you, no matter who is siding you from any part of the world where you are sowing this seed of discord, Biafrans will not follow you. The Biafra you are fighting for, I think it's not the Biafran that Nnamdi Kanu is directing us to. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu told you, and that side, you refuse to clip it out for people to see. Don't allow Satan to enter into you. You are exposing the fighting of Biafra to the enemies. So don't tell us you are fighting for Biafra. You are fighting against Biafra. And you will see what you are looking for. You are either with us or you are not with us. If you are not supporting DOS, and don't you think you are stupid? You look at a company you never established, and you come, we have expelled them. Lele monkey. You expelled DOS. Do you know when they were founded? Do you know when they were founded and established? The DOS are wise. What they're doing is the script that Nnamdi Kanu gave to them. So whatever thing you are fabricating makes no meaning to us. So
Mazokoro,
yes, please.
Let me come in here, my father. Let me come in here. Let me interject you a little bit. Whatever you see that idiot in Finland is doing is the script of Lai Mohammed. Have you ever seen Lai Mohammed come to television to call IPOB again or Norito Oneche? No, he can't see them anymore. Everything you see that idiot is doing is the script being written by Lai Mohammed and Norito Oneche.
Exactly what
these people have brought money. These people have brought money. Norito Oneche opened social media to all these Alamajiris attacking Biafra agitation with the different names. We know that. We are in social media. We know what is happening. Some of them, when you go to their profile, you can see they can't even spell Biafra properly. Some of them, they cannot even spell Igbo name proper. We know exactly what is happening. Even before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, Onyendu, there is a broadcast he made clear to us. He said that it's not because the reason why he's saying these things to Biafrans is because he's not lamenting. I follow Onyendu. Every steps, everything Mazi speaks from his mouth, I have it here in my brain. He said that he is not he's not saying all these things, or he's not lamenting on this broadcast. He's only advising our people that they do have dish out money and they will bought some of us. He made it clear.
Yes.
And not because they will bought some of us that you are not going to destroy IPOB. You will try, but you will fail. He made it clear
take
in that
150 years.
Exactly. He said it, that you will try, but you will fail. That he's not lamenting. The reason why he's saying all these things is because it's going to happen. Exactly what he said is what is happening. They first of all, after they kidnap him, they first of all go to attack DOS. Their main reason, their main goal is to attack DOS.
Destroy the house, destroy
the house. Because if these men would have allowed themselves to be destroyed, first of all, they send their Delilah, which is Nelly. They send her to Chinasa Nworu to change the DOS to ESN command. Tell me how on earth the people you did not know how Mazi established the. First of all, how can you go to the classroom and ask a teacher to go and sit down so that you can teach his subject that you didn't even learn? You didn't even know how to teach it. That is exactly what Nelly did. He asked the DOS to change DOS to Eastern Security Command. Who gave Nelly? What if some people are reasonable? I know some of our people are intelligent, and you're one of them. When I see you speak, I know. If our people is reasonable enough to articulate, to know the handwriting on the wall, first of all, they could have asked Nelly, who gives you the right to go to DOS and tell them that you want to change DOS to Eastern Security? Who gave you the right? That was the first question.
To make announcements. Can you imagine?
And what if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out? I know the first question he will ask to these infiltrators. Is there any time, apart from when he said, he told this idiot, don't allow devil to enter you. Devil have entered him. Mazi knows
the truth. Because the
devil is going to enter him. But another question he will ask them, is there any time he told you, if I'm not around, you should attack his structure?
No.
He will ask them that question. Is there any time he told you, if I'm not around, you should start attacking his structure? It's only a fool who did not know that this guy is working with Nigerian government. They can pretend all they like. They can pretend from people like me. We know every movement they made. We know every movement Nigerian government. No, we know that they have their agent. We know who their agent is. We know them. We call them on the phone. We tell them that you are agent. When we see them, we know them. That is why I ask IPOB member, anywhere you see them, chase them. Don't even allow them to sleep.
Now, if you want.
And they have let me make it clear. They have failed. DOS remains in charge, whether you like it or you don't like it. If you don't like it, I will never tell you to go and hug a transformer because there's no light in the zoo in that transformer. Go to Tedland Main Bridge and jump there and die. They remain in charge. You can you can blackmail them all you like. You can call them all names all you like. I have told this idiot, this maggot, that is what I call them. They are all maggot. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there in the zoo. If truly that the people that you are accusing sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what stops you from getting? What stops you from going there and ask the lawyer, please get somebody and take him to take you to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to ask, put this question to him. Can you please told me? We have told them many times. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there. Go and ask him this question and see what he's going to tell you. My happiness today that Onyendu is alive. Go there and ask him this question. Send delegates. Every people went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Send your delegate to go and see Onyendu and ask him this question that that somebody is somewhere dishing propaganda against the structure, which I know that the main reason they are doing this thing, the zoo want to destroy the DOS, but they have failed. Go and ask Onyendu this thing. You can go and send a delegate to ask him. Your DOS sold you, and see what he's going to tell you. They can't go because they are cowards. These are the things the zoo want them to be selling. DOS selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They collected money. They went to Nigeria. They drive jeep. They drive car. So Tina Sanwori is building mansion in Boni, talking rubbish, thinking that people will fall. These are criminal. These people that are accusing people are the main criminals you see today. And Onyendu knows. And Onyendu have sent message to them. Not only that did he send message to them, he have caused them. And the cause will remain with them and their children and their wives and their unborn children till to even extend to their family, because they will pay for the atrocity. They will reap all what they have sowed. IPOB is only struggle. IPOB is the only organization, freedom fighter known all over the whole world, who wants to liberate our people from the shackle of the demon of Nigeria. And some idiot think because of Mazi was kidnapped, they will come and start blackmailing the organization, start blackmailing the command and control. If you don't like what IPOB is doing, go out there and form your own. Call it another name. Don't attach yourself in IPOB and start fermenting trouble. Don't think that IPOB don't know how to ferment trouble. We do, but what we are doing is to follow the command and control laid down by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB have an agenda, and we have our goal, and nobody will force us to do what we don't want to do until when the main time comes. We know our agenda, and we're going to carry it when the right time does. So, Dr. Chade, I don't know if you are hearing what I'm saying. I will drop here because
I come in, my brother.
I can't see my brother Jerry.
Can I come in?
No,
Yes,
we're hearing you. We're hearing you. Jerry's here too.
We're hearing
Yes, my brother Jerry, let me say something before I go.
Okay.
All I'm telling Biafrans all over the whole world, they have come with all their blackmail to blackmail this struggle. They have come, they have said that they control ESN. And if you are reasonable enough, you could have asked those criminals, you said that you control ESM, but what happened in Nahamufu? That is it. I have given people many examples for you to know. One thing I want to tell our people, I am not boasting. I am saying it clearly. I am more intelligent than that criminal in Finland. Our job is to protect our people, not to blackmail them. We know. But my pain is that our people cannot read the handwriting on the wall. My pain is that our people did not know that there is something they call double agents. Double agent. We know how they operate. We read the book of them. We allow the people that is closer to us to allow us to show us how double agents work. And we know how they work. And that is why when I come, I tell to people that this guy is a double agent. And he knew that he's a double agent. But my happiness today that Onyendu have cost them. What is happening today? In Imo State, the reason why you see what is happening in Imo State today, who caused it? The person that is caused the death and the killing of our people today is the social cultural Ohanes Ndigbo led by George Obiozo. His death is something that our ancestors will pursue him till he will never know peace, because he was the one who single-handed pick up this idiot, this criminal, take him to Abakiare. It's Abakiare that put Hope Uzodinma in Douglas House today, in Ikonsa House. It's Abakiare, led by George Obiozo. George Obiozo was the one who take Hope Uzodinma and take him to Abakiare. Abakiare was the one who make Hope Uzodinma. They are listening. His agent is listening. We don't lie. We say the truth. We know everything they plan. George Obiozo was the one who take Hope Uzodinma to Abakiare. Abakiare was the one who made Hope Uzodinma governor. That is why Hope Uzodinma is killing Imo people today, shedding their blood, making everything to destroy our people, and think that he's going to go free. No, our land is fighting back. The first person he taking now, all the blood, innocent blood, they have shared in Imo State, have tormented George Obiozo till he's dead. The same way he will continue tormenting them. They will never go free. All of them will pay to the due time. Is it not an irony that the Fulani, Muhammad Buhari said, an attack to Boko Haram is an attack to the north? He made sure that he pursued Jonathan till Jonathan resigned. He said that an attack to Boko Haram is an attack to the north. Tell me the reason why these so-called politicians in our land cannot stand up and say, since this man said an attack to Boko Haram is an attack to the north, we are going to protect our people. Shegumi is there, protecting we should stop calling these people bandits. The worst part is that the Zoo media, the Nigerian government sanctioned them from calling them terrorists. They should use bandits. There's two different things between bandit and terrorists. We should stop calling these people bandits because the international community know them as a terrorist. Fulani terror, the most deadly terrorists in the world. So, Mazi, let me stand by here and then allow you to come in.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Let me add something before our moderator comes in. You see, you hit the nail on the head. They craftily did everything to remove Fulani terrorists, and they're calling them bandits. But these are Fulani terrorists. They have an agenda dating back from Ottoman Danfodio. The first prime minister also took part in this decision, where they said an Igbo man is a threat to them. And this script was handed down to them from the British government. But there is something I want us to let them know. The bringing in of a presidential candidate from Igbo extraction is only a master plan to delay our freedom. It's not to create any good developmental atmosphere or environment in our section. They damaged every industry that would have blossomed, that would have absorbed all our graduates. They damaged them. They brought in Obi to delay our freedom. Both them, Soludo, Umahi, Ugweni, or Haneze, or Hananshi, or Hana, whatever they call themselves. Why is it that if Buhari or Jibril is sick, within a twinkle of an eye, they will jet him to London to treat him? Look at the torture that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone through Kenya till today. They deny him food. They deny him access to medication. And this is the person that is carrying the hope and the faith of people. And you think it's going to end up like that? No, it will not happen like that. The fact that these Igbo leaders have allowed the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to deteriorate when he needs heart bypass or surgery. And none of the governors can speak out bold and loud that a person that the court has given a verdict to be discharged should be left. All they are doing is gallivanting everywhere, asking people to vote them because they have stolen your money to bribe you. It is not going to work again. IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and DOS is indestructible. The infiltrators cannot do anything. The saboteurs cannot do anything. You cannot destroy the handwork of God. People who ganya in one room in Heskedi, nonsense. Smoke person, a spokesperson. Thunder, Babu Kwegi, Babu, whoever that is sponsoring you. You are an idiot. I will want anybody here in Canada to step up. Let us have a public debate. Who is Nnamdi Kanu and who is Simon Ekpa? Who is Simon Ekpa? Ibia, Isia, you allow people to ridicule. When you are attacking DOS, you are attacking Nnamdi Kanu. This you must know. When you are attacking the wife of our leader, you are attacking Nnamdi Kanu. Shame to everybody. As you can know, we have an opportunity. I got able to show a picture na auto show picture Nelly of Ebu. That is how morally debased this infiltrator is. He Biafra. He publicly show it. And you told Biafrans that that you will tell Biafrans how she betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Your problem with DOS, your problem with what is his name, Ejiofor, is because they are not giving you information. How do you want information from them when you have said openly that you will not take instruction from the person you are answering his disciple? What else do you want to hear from them? Go to DSS and get your information. Don't rely on the work of IPOB. Don't rely on the work of the structure that Nnamdi Kanu established. Don't rely on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Build your own house and call it your name. He knows that he had detached IPOB and the name Nnamdi Kanu from what he is doing. Biafrans will be wise not to be contributing money every time for him. Is he accounting for this money? All the people he is maiming their life that are in hospital, that are dead, is he doing anything to send lawyers to get those that are incarcerated? Is he going to hospital to help them? What is he doing that is confusing these gullibles? And people bottle their mouth. And people are afraid because they don't want to die. Or blackmail. Blackmailing cannot do nothing. Blackmailing cannot remove a feather from IPOB or from the leadership that's of the DOS. There is nothing blackmail. We thank God that China Sanwo-Olu is a strong man. We thank God that Chika Edoziem is a seasoned diplomat. He is a brave man. I witnessed when they drilled him and he refused to bow to their pressure. He refused. Likewise, China Sanwo-Olu. And then he said, all he needs to do is to blackmail them. All he needs is to fabricate falsehood against them. And still, he wants to be attacked as IPOB. This fool that wants to attach himself as IPOB said that we have sacked them. Who are the we? Are you sacking anybody from the company you made? Or you are sacking somebody from a company, from an organization that belongs to another person? Where were you when you were eating your yam in Germany? We want to let the Biafrans in Canada to be resolute, to stand from that information you heard directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to stand on the policy, to stand on his structure, to hold on to the oath. Say, is that strong enough than the oath we took as Biafrans? Do you know what that means to us and to our generation? The oath we took. So, Biafrans in Canada, why I am saying this is, if anybody in Canada will tell story about Biafra, Chief Priest will be there. I said, I know when it started. How many of these noise makers sort of ego for the Biafran Defense Fund? Who and who were there? How many of them did from their own pocket attend any international solidarity for IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How many of them? Some of us, we know the kind of humiliation we have suffered from the infiltrators in Canada. We know, and when I mean humiliation, but our eyes remain on Nnamdi Kanu, and we can never follow any other person. It is either Nnamdi Kanu or Nnamdi Kanu. He has no alternative.
Thank you so much, Mazi Jerry. I also have a sister that joined us now. You're welcome, and I'm going to come back to you. Also, thank you, C2, for your contribution. Like I said, people like us, we just do this thing, not because everybody's going to agree with us, not because everybody's going to come on board, but we just do our best and leave it there and continue. I had expected a lot of people here in Canada to join this conversation, but you see, a lot of people will just talk, and a lot of people are for action. Let me also pause here to recognize that I know there's IPOB here and in Canada, and I do my best to support IPOB here in Canada and their leadership. And I'm also a community person. I do my best. I'm not saying this to blow my trumpet, but just to let you know that as a human being,
You're saying the truth.
I just do my best, okay? I just do my best, and I leave the rest to God. And it's not for anybody. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. If you like, you can say whatever you want to say or have your own opinion. It doesn't really matter so much.
No.
Okay? But say that there is something that is just very, very, baffling to me. Very, very baffling to me. And I think C2 said it. It is just the amazement I have at how gullible people are. You see, incidentally, we're talking about Simon Ekpa, and rightfully so, because when you think about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his release, and you are querying and holding the federal government of Nigeria to ransom that, hey, you need to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you need to also look into yourself and ask, what are we also doing to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu comes out of the detention? And when you look at it, you have to critically analyze it and ask yourself, are we also by our actions? Because it is either by your actions or your inactions that you make things happen. So are we by our actions keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there? Because on one hand, we're saying, allow this man to go. He has not done anything wrong. But on the other hand, you are creating the impression to the Nigerian government and to the international community that that Nnamdi Kanu is a perpetrator of violence. How so? Because you will give an order and you will tie that order to the same organization that the federal government is accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of being a terrorist group. And why him and his lawyers are struggling to tell you that for real we're not a terrorist group, you will in their name order something that he does not approve and then use armed men and women to enforce this order. And in enforcing this order, people are killed. I mean, how can you justify such recklessness? I know Simon Ekpa advertises himself as a lawyer, so I'm sure he is not acting out of ignorance. He knows exactly what are the repercussions or the consequences of what he's doing. And what I can tell him that I've always said, just like a regular human being, not even speaking based on my intellectual achievement or whatever. but as a human being plainly telling you that you will pay one day for these acts of recklessness, both by what you have said and the way you've conducted your affairs. And I am shocked at IPOB members who you saw somebody come one day and say, come, I have sacked, like now, I can come and tell you that I have sacked you. I've sacked you as the father of your family. If I tell you that I've sacked you as the father of your family, and now from next week, your children and your wife will now listen to me and take orders from me. If I told you that, you tell me, Chidi, you're a madman. How is that possible? I didn't come to your house, so I don't even know where you live. I don't know your house. I don't have the keys to your house. I don't have your phone number. But I just came online and I say, tomorrow, me and my friends, we are 10 of us. We are going to cast a vote. And after that vote, we will decide whether you're the father of your children. And we come the next day, we cast a vote and we say, 9 out of 10 of us have now decided that you are no longer the father of your family. You will laugh. You laugh your head out and say, this Chidi, I don't know about it. You're mad. But the same you that just acted right now, this dialogue I have with you now is a dialogue that after you exhibited intelligence, the same you went to somebody's channel and you listen to the person say that he is going to conduct conduct his own referendum and decide who will be the head of an organization he did not form. And you followed him, you came to that program. And after the program, he now said he has sacked the leader of that organization. And
That's
you,
laughable.
you, that seconds ago, you told me I was not making sense. But this one makes sense to you. How? Don't you see? Exactly the same thing. But on one hand, they just took stone, showed you stone. You said, told you to eat it. You said, no, I can't eat it. I put the stone in a waterproof, I package it, and I call it burger. And I give you the waterproof. And you say, thank you, sir. You take it and you say you will eat it. I tell you to open it, and I say, don't worry, sir. As long as you wrote burger in it, I'm satisfied. You know? And then when I told you to open that thing, I said, no. Why? He said, because the person that gave me the waterproof said I should not open it. I should just accept that it's burger inside. That's what people are doing. And you see the way I'm explaining it, that's exactly what it is. The person had an agenda. You didn't know. The first thing to show you that it was a pre-planned agenda, because some people think that things just happen by chance. No, not for somebody who runs a company that does legal things, takes money from people that he wants to fight. They know what they are doing. This is somebody that
since 2012.
Yes,
yesterday.
From today. Do you understand? So when they say they've sacked the person, that is to first of all make you not listen to that person before they now brought the next level. The same person, that was strategy, pure strategy. I'm an architect. I design buildings. I'm a contractor. I build houses. There are steps. You cannot start, just go and buy a roof and put on top of a house. Which house, Kwan? You have to start from the foundation. So first of all, he removed your eye from the correct one, the truthful one, the right, and then he established his own. And then he now introduced the contribution of money and now introduced so many things. And when you say, come, what of Onyendu? He said, no, forget Onyendu. He's in a DSS dungeon.
We don't listen to him.
We don't listen to him. Haba. And then there were now some lawyers that went to court. When the lawyers, that's another analogy I'm giving you now. Because some of you, I need to talk to you like babies, unfortunately. So when I begin to describe things like this, it's because of the way you think. Now, the person that somebody is asking for my number, I will gladly give you the number, 647-989. 2837. Now, this analogy I'm giving you now, these lawyers went to court and they stood after discussing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because how would the lawyers talk about what they don't know? Who gave them the facts they use? Listening to me or be listening to me, the lawyers are going to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court. Very important case. They met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You agree that they met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You agree that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them the truth about what to say in court, because he is their client. It is after listening to your client that your client will now know what to say in court. They use that information that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them to go and present in court. We all watched that day holding our hearts. After the court, the judge said, discharged and acquitted. You were jumping up, you were clapping, you were happy. Why? Because there was an interaction between the lawyer and their client, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then they achieved success. These same lawyers now come tomorrow again. The same way that after court, they will write for you and say, after we met with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we went to court, this happened. You agreed. They now come tomorrow and they write out the same thing again. Another person told you, no, that thing you're writing is nonsense. The lawyers don't even talk to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The lawyers fabricate something and you agreed. What is happening to you? You don't go very far. I say, but you have gone very far. You need to start to come back. You are lost too. It is a very serious matter. It's not we are talking, and then they now come and tell you that now, from now on, your name is now autopilot. You agree. Like, how can somebody tell you your name is autopilot? Autopilot is something moving without control. You agree. This is serious matter. Jerry, let us give room to our sister who has just joined us to make her own submission. And then we'll come back and round up the program. So go ahead, Sister Anne.
Daddy, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Daddy Jerry, good evening.
No, you're on mute. Jerry, you're on mute, so let me unmute you. I don't know, something is wrong with your microphone, Jerry. Unmute yourself, Jerry. Okay, you're good now.
Huge technology game again. No problem.
Daddy, good evening.
Good evening, my sister. Remain blessed.
Amen. You too. I'm glad we have father like you. And it would be a shame and a disgrace when we have father like you and small pikin like Ekpa will allow our people to be killed because of greed, ego, dictatorship spirit, and arrogancy. Before it happened, I warned him in Dr. Damage's show. You don't get what you are looking for by slaughtering your people. It is not done. In Dr. Damage's show, I told you before you said they should sit at home. Make provision for food for that 5 days. Make provision for emergency for that 5 days. Because there are some women that are pregnant that will want to give birth. And if because of your order, they now give birth and they die in the process, the blood of those innocents will cry for vengeance. Because of arrogancy, power, dictatorship spirit that has possessed him, that did not make him better than the people he want to get Biafra from. He went ahead. Plus the foolish, gullible, so-called Biafra people that are clapping for him. He went ahead. He carried out the 5 days. To him, it is a success. But one thing that stands sure is this: all the blood of the people that was killed in that 5 days, they are crying for vengeance. Vengeance, will they get?
Yes, they will.
So, anyone that thinks by slaughtering the blood of their own, that is what will give you Biafra. Hear me and hear me well. You can never get Biafra as long as those blood of the innocent that were killed on these 5 days, another day, due to the handwork of Samuel Ekpa. You can't get Biafra. You have delayed the freedom of Biafra, period. Because those blood will cry for vengeance. And as long as those blood are crying for vengeance, your ancestors that you are claiming that are fighting for you, they will support the blood of those innocents crying for vengeance to get vengeance. So as long as they want to get vengeance, Biafra is out of the way. Because the Chuko, how do you pronounce it? He's not a respecter of anybody. He does not give the blood of his children to get Biafra. So you see, if you are still planning for another one, hear me and hear me well, you Biafrans that are believing Sam Ekpa, do not allow another blood. Because we have not even appeased this one that we have slaughtered. We've not appeased their blood to say, please have mercy on us. So another more blood is delaying the journey of your Biafra. But the question I want to ask you, Ekpa and those believing him, is this: will Nnamdi Kanu allow these people to have died the way they died because he's struggling for Biafra? Since una not get sense, and una a house divided against itself, but the Bible talk, it cannot stand. So the house that is divided against itself cannot stand. There is one part calling themselves autopilot, another side calling themselves IBOP, another part calling themselves DOS. So 3 houses from the same Biafra, everybody having leadership. Now me go take control. So now countries on go get Biafra, and in the process we are killing our brothers and sisters. Make we fear God. Make we fear Papa God, though. So if you people must get Biafra, go to the book of Genesis. The Bible said they gathered and they make up their mind that we want to go and see Papa God. Therefore, let us agree and let us build a tower so that with that tower we will reach Papa God. The Bible said they started building with one voice, with one mind. They were building and building and building. The Bible says heaven looked down. Papa God himself, now he looked down. Oh, he now said, these people, they mean it. Oh, they want to build the Tower of Babel to come and meet me. If I live there in this one voice, they will definitely achieve this goal of building the Tower of Babel to meet me in heaven. So because of that, I will divide them. Then the Bible says God gave them different languages. As soon as they give them different languages, some speak Yoruba, some speak Hausa, some speak Igbo. What happened? The Tower of Babel never succeed its mission of meeting heaven. So that is applicable to you people, Biafra. As long as you are divided like this, you can never achieve the dream of Biafra. Together we stand, divided we fall. So stop this nonsense.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. I'm going to just to remind everybody for this season, we've been putting up a lot of programs. As you guys know, I wear a lot of caps. If you've been with me, you will know by now. I just do the best I can for humanity. And I'm also involved in the Revolution Now movement, and I'm also a foundation member of the African Action Congress. And in this political season, I will be having a one-on-one with Moyele Shore on Sunday, 1st of January at 8 p.m. Abuja time and 2 p.m. Toronto. So please make sure that you sign in. It's going to be another interesting time with him. Let's sit with him. Let's hear from him as we start the new year. Now, I also have someone who called on the line when Mazi Jerry was on the line. I told her, don't worry, I'll bring her back. Also, C2 is back on the line. But let's listen to our sister that called in from the US. I told her I'll call her back. So let me call her back, and then I'm hoping that we'll be able to connect and hear her. Hello, my sister. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. This is Mary. I'm calling from you.
Mary, you're calling from where?
US.
From US. Go ahead, Mary.
So, what I'm calling for is on the things we are discussing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I had my sister talking, saying that the spirit of Biafra will not. Precisely, someone is not fighting for Biafra. To be sincere with all of you, he is not fighting for Biafra. I started with this man started with his program when MK Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not captured. He started watching people with scam. What is scam? Not knowing that he is the head of the scam. He started watching people about the scam. So after that, if you can see what this man is doing in Oru, you know, also local government, Nigerian government, that is where the money as his camp that he calls yourself. Most of them are my brothers. I know some of them. But I do all this. I said, this man you people are following is not. When you go, they will telling you, when I went for Christmas last year, they came with their guns and they said they are ESM. I was asking the world, what type of ESM? He said, man, I said, no. It's not the ESM for Nnamdi Kanu. That is bad money. Lately, I know how many people have released from that ESM, from my village. So those people is calling ESM. It's not real ESM. It's young boys in the village that Monica went as it. Higher. I'm talking with the parents, from a parent. It's not ESM. I know many of them. If you go to here, with many of them, when you go to Osu local government, go to Oru West, go to Oru South. Do you know that these people have a mind with it, like only name beside it, and he has a mind with the Bible. So when you are saying someone never is fighting for them, I got annoyed. I'm sure that I became annoyed. Because by their fruits which are not them. Someone never is not fighting for Biafra. Everybody should get that on his or her head. It's not. It's not. It's camouflaging. This is camouflaging that he has here. It's not his essence. It's this boys that came up from secondary school, he went and hired. I'm talking with experience because in my village, many of them are there. So what I'm saying is that if there's any way we can stop this block-sucking man, I mean, we have to. Otherwise, that one he has killed many of our boys. Our boys are killed many of them. He said this to sit at home. Do you know that time he said sit at home? He named Boston. Do you know that sit at home? Army go house to house. Because they are sitting at home, shooting people, carrying, maybe new people did not hear about it. Pick up boys, horrible. That's it at home. On Sunday. So I don't know. That boy is doing evil in our land. So it's high time we stop him. It's high time we stop him. Otherwise, I don't know. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you for that contribution. This is somebody that has told us of what she knows, first-hand information. Igbo people say na afụ ma ekwu mere okenye mana ekwuo ma anụghị mere nwata. Some of you are not children anymore. Some of you are actually elders in age, but because you're thinking, unfortunately, is like that of a child. It has made us to now use proverbs that are naturally made for children, for adults and old men. Isn't that very, very disheartening? So, use your tongue and count your teeth. When they are telling you something, know that there's trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to come to the end of this discussion. Not that there is not much to talk about, and I will, Jerry, I will let you round up for us. There is plenty to talk about, but we cannot finish in one day. And one last proverb too. You know, the hen that sometimes is with the children, and the chicken that is out there sometimes with the children, and you will see the male cock will come after it and pursue it to mount it, and it will run and cry very loud before the male cock will grab it and mount it. They now asked her, why are you always screaming and shouting? He says, not as if she doesn't know what the male cock is going to do, but at least so that the earth, the world will hear that at least she made an effort. So it's not as if I don't know that some of you will still write rubbish on my page. It's not as if I don't know that you will carry me and go and form a story with Simon Ekpa and his cohorts. But we are screaming and shouting so that the day it will happen, Abanyerege cassette will remind you of today. Thank you. Go ahead, Jerry. You're on mute. You're on mute. Go ahead, Jerry. You're on mute.
Okay, I am good. Right?
Yeah.
Thank you, dear friends, for giving us audience. Special thanks to Dr. Chidi, who has made this platform available for us to air our view, to let the Canadians know that there are remnants of IPOB in Canada that believe strongly in the leadership of our indefatigable leader, Mazi Kanu. We also strongly believe and remain in solidarity with our DOS. They are wise. If they are not wise, the wolves would have succeeded in scattering the house. And to be honest, I want to make it known that Simon Ekpa is a very characterless infiltrator. He is a daydreamer. If he thinks he can kill or destroy the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he needs to be born 10 times more. Not on this planet Earth, and not on that soil. That everybody that marches on the sound of Biafra land knows the cry and the bleeding of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We cannot give up Biafra. We cannot allow the Janjaweed to take over our ancestral land. We can no longer be deceived by infiltrators. If Simon Ekpa is fighting for Biafra, you must repent and apologize to the leadership that Onyendo instituted. Nobody would have had access to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if not, in the DSS dungeon, if not the exemplary work of DOS and our legal teams. We must continue to have our eyes on the board. We must continue to educate, to evangelize, and to sensitize Biafrans in Canada. If you did not have an opportunity, I know a lot of people indicated I wanted to be part of this program, but it so happened that we are limited to the knowledge of, we will appeal the leadership of this platform, the worship media, to educate us more on how people can come in and contribute. Makasina anyoko mamirono yaba ofofo. We thank you immensely for the leadership role that is very, very unbiased, for your exemplary, irrespective of where you belong to. You have shown yourself as a man with Biafra in your heart. You have given in every support. If nobody can attest to that, the chief priest will. I remember instances where we met, and I still tell people, Nataraji Atarazo, Dr. Chidi Cadet Wanyawu is an Igbo man you can be proud of. Is an Igbo man that has the interest of Biafrans at heart. Thank you for every good job you have done for us. And we think that you can equally make provision for us in a future time so that we'll be able to come and keep on doing this sensitization. There was a question you asked. It's not only coming one time to say something. What are we going to do continually to make sure that we stand for this truth, which is the foundation that Nnamdi Kanu has led, which he has handed over to our able DOS? We will be able to follow, and we will be able to let the people know that it is either Nnamdi Kanu or Nnamdi Kanu. We have no option. Thank you for C2. Maybe sometime I will know the name of C2. Thank you for HO. Thank you. It is good that people at least are seeing things from our perspective. And I want to promise you that we cannot give up the struggle. What we want is freedom and not partial freedom. We want to bring to an end the killing of our people. We want to bring to an end whatever that will redirect us for any other thing except the freedom of Biafra. And onye maara onye Simon Ekpawo si na ya wepụ aka enwe n'ofe ka ọ ghara ịwa aka mmadụ. We are not supporting whatever thing he is doing. Nnamdi Kanu, in his last word, told everybody to be calm. Remember, he promised that he will fight from the front. And today, he is fighting. Oh, we're going to freedom here. All hail Biafrans.
Thank you so much. All hail Biafra. I am going to be calling on one last person who was calling, and I told him, I promised him I was going to call him back. So let me just call him, and then when we've listened to what he has to say, we will bring the show to a close. And I promise you, I'll have other opportunity to bring people in Canada to make their own contribution. Maybe by then I'll also have leadership of IPOB here to make their own contribution. Okay, my brother, turn down your TV or whatever you're watching us on. Okay, go ahead and turn down your device. Okay, you've turned it down now. So go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chidi. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Everybody can hear you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the other two panelists on the show. I'm calling from Canada, and I am very, very eager to make a contribution.
Oh, what has happened? Have these people have come to attack us? They were attacked the line.
That is their work.
So, but we don't give up. We don't give up. We reactivate it. If you are hearing me, my brother, just call back. I don't know what happened. It's from my side. It's not your fault. But please go ahead and call back. Let me make sure that all my system is okay.
Okay, I want to ask Daddy, please.
Go ahead. But he's going to call. He's going to call, and once he calls, we will pick his call back. So,
Daddy Jerry, I want to plead with you and other elders of Igbos that are still standing for the truth, that this crusade, I beg, if not every day una go do one, until election is over, they could not do one. Because Samuel is still boasting to make sure in people stay at home. I just sent Dr. Chidi one video now.
Okay.
Of somebody when he
hold on, my sister. Hold on, my sister. Let's listen to this brother, and then I will hear what you have to say. So go ahead.
Thank you so much, and apologies for that interrupted call.
No problem. It's not your fault. It's from my side.
Absolutely. So I also want to seize the opportunity to comment and thank you, Dr. Chidi. And I would like to back up what Mazi Nnamdi has already highlighted regarding your unwavering support for the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra in Canada. I have had the opportunity to see you in actions in our demonstrations and rally. You have always been there to support us in the media coverage. So thank you so much. You are almost like our extensions of the media warriors in Canada, which we do not have at the moment. So you are almost like filling that gap for the indigenous people of Canada, of Biafra in Canada, as our media warriors. So anybody that is doubting your unwavering support towards the movement, they are hearing it from me as another testimony to back up what Jerry Okoro has said. And moving on swiftly, I would want to have more like an interactive session with the panelists, especially in the person of yourself, Mazi Nnamdi, C2, who has spoken eloquently, and our sister H.O. Sorry, I missed your name, ma'am.
Anne.
Anne, thank you very much. And Dr. Chidi, you're a very intelligent and smart,
very smart moderator.
podcaster.
I have done one man riot something with him. I know this man is a brave man. Brave.
It's so much invite to a lot of IPOB families in Canada, and due to one engagement or the other, many could not turn up. I know you are being diplomatic about it. You are being diplomatic.
No, I am not. I'm not. Let me explain to you. No, I'm coming. Before you go ahead, let me explain to you why I'm not being diplomatic. The reason I'm not being diplomatic is this. If you've known me for years, you know how I operate, okay? This was a sudden decision, okay? If it had taken a longer time, maybe you would have seen more people. But this just happened in a span of like a day or two, okay? And I decided, oh, I'm going to do this. And when I did it, I now started reaching out to people. And just like Mazi Okoro, I talked to Jerry, and I talked to some other people. And I now I posted it across our different WhatsApp groups. So everybody else that got to hear about it heard it on the WhatsApp group. I put it on my social media platform. I don't know where you heard it, but you must have seen it in one of the groups where I posted it. And I now forwarded it to the leadership of IPOB here. And they said it was at short notice. It's really what it is. I can also be diplomatic, but I wasn't being diplomatic. That's the truth. I have invited IPOB leadership here, and I have videos where I had almost more than 1 hour interview with them. And so it's not those kind of things that I'm trying to be diplomatic here. It's simply what it is, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that clarification. So what I was about to point out was that the main topic of this conversation is about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stop the killing of Biafrans, and Canadians support one Nigerian government. Now, this discourse would not be exhaustive without the participation of the IPOB Canada leadership. I'm sure you agree with me.
Definitely.
And if I may just ask, like I said earlier, Mazi Nnamdi, in his introduction, he has obviously told us that he was, but not the correct IPOB leadership in Canada.
That's right.
Is that correct?
That's right, yes.
And Mazi Nnamdi has spoken very eloquently, very concise,
yes,
very articulate. It goes to show that leadership is actually born from his way of comporting himself. His oratory has actually shown a very exemplary sign of a leader. Now, my question is, we need to know how we can channel the performance, the family of IPOB in Canada, how we can channel our collective effort towards the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How are we doing to exert pressure on the Canadian government here in Canada? That is a question that the leadership of IPOB is supposed to be able to give us an update. How are the leadership of IPOB Canada able to exert this pressure? Because one of our Directorate of State, in the person of Mazi Nnamdi, answered a question in his last broadcast on Radio Biafra, saying that they are exerting pressure on the international community, putting pressure. Now, the question I would like to have an answer to is, what is the leadership of IPOB Canada doing to exert this pressure on the Canadian government? Permit me to cite a case in point. I remember under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2020, shortly after the NSAS massacre, the Canadian International Human Rights Committee, a subcommittee was formed, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually invited by these Canadian subcommittee members to give his opinion and defend the movement of IPOB in Canada. Now we have our leader incarcerated, illegally, kidnapped, detained illegally. What is the IPOB Canada leadership doing to exert a similar pressure on the government of Canada to force the Zoo government to obey their court order and release our leader? That is the question I would have loved to ask the leadership. But in this case, we do not have any member of the leadership on this platform. But our brother, in the person of Mazi Jerry Okoro and C2, excuse me, I didn't get your name as well, have done us proud.
Ugo. Yeah.
Have done us proud. And this, if I may encourage you, sir, if we could have another session where the leadership will be able to appear to tell us how they are actually going about putting this pressure on the Canadian government to force the Zoo government to honor their own court order and release our leader unconditionally. I suppose this is the kind of pressure a member of the DOS is pointing, that international pressure is the key. These are the instruments we're supposed to be using. And finally, the other question I want to also pose is, at the beginning, I heard about some evil socio-cultural organizations in Canada, the relationship between the IPOB family and the Igbo socio-cultural organizations in Canada. My question in this regard is, how is the leadership of IPOB Canada closing ranks with these Igbo socio-cultural organizations in Canada and together in one unison? How are they coming together to put pressure on the Canadian government to force the Zoo government to also release our leader, who has been incarcerated for over a year and a half now? It's very important that the leadership in Canada close ranks with the social cultural organizations in Canada, because we are all stakeholders in the Biafra project. Nobody is more Biafra than the Igbo people or the Biafran people. So it should not just be the IPOB issues only. Because whether we like it or not, when we get this Biafra, they are also going to be beneficiaries. So what plan does the leadership have in place to create ranks with these social cultural associations registered in Canada, Canada-wide, to come together and exert this pressure on the government of Canada, to put pressure on the Zoo government? So I will limit these questions to these two, and thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity and using this platform to pass this message across. And kudos to you all. Dr. Chidi, you have been very exemplary, and you are our media warrior here in Canada. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much, my brother. What's your name again?
My brother, my name will remain, for the sake of clarity. I would like to leave it as anonymous.
Okay, if you choose to. Now let me address.
Doctor, can I say one thing before you round up?
I'm coming, Jerry. I'm coming. I'll let you speak. You see, we must try as much as possible not to paint this whole thing what it's not, and that's where I get frustrated with people. You see, if anybody chooses to take this little effort of mine and turn it, because people are capable of doing that, and turn it into something else, maybe, let me tell you what is possible. Let me tell you, for example, what is possible. Somebody's going to take this video right now and go and show IPOB leadership and say, can you imagine? Chidi went and brought Jerry here, and Jerry was talking on behalf of IPOB and Biafra people, who made him a spokesperson. And that person will say, don't mind Dr. Chidi, blah, blah. You see, somebody is going to do that. I already know, but I really don't bloody care. It's not about me. Let me tell you something. I have led the let me blow my trumpet a little bit so that you just know that some of us are capable of doing things, but we don't do it. I have led the most successful protest that was done here, and the most successful Igbo protest I've seen anywhere in the world. Let me put it at that we did here in Canada. All Igbo people came out to protest against the injustice, not even IPOB. All Igbo people here. I was at the helm of it. I helped to organize it, and every other logistics that people didn't know. I brought all the groups here that were not even talking to each other. I managed to bring everybody together. We went to Parliament House. We went to meet. All the meetings that were held, a lot of people didn't know. But I did that. I remember we came to a meeting and the person was saying, oh, so Chidi, is you and this person? I said, no, Chidi is not there. He said, what do you mean Chidi? I said, I'm here, but I'm not there. Because I didn't want to be part of taking any glory. I still went ahead. I brought my camera. I videoed that thing. Go and look at that video. You will not see any picture of me except towards the end. But I was the one behind the camera, videoing the whole thing, me and my wife. You don't know. I could have been in front taking the glory. We marched from Parliament to City Hall, and the former Minister for Immigration and Councillor then, Jim Karijanis, came out and received a letter from us. You don't know what happened. When you heard that Abike Dabri was confronted by IPOB, she was shocked. Nobody knew how it. You don't know, and so many other things. So nobody is doing this. And there are so many things you will never get to know. But at the end, as long as we achieve our aim, that is what is important. I don't care who you are. No matter me and this Jerry that you see here, me and Jerry will quarrel on platform. You'll not even believe that we are friends. Jerry will attack me and fire things at me. I will attack him back. But let truth be told, you can never talk about the history of IPOB and Biafra struggle in Canada without mentioning Mazi Jerry. It doesn't matter how you agree or disagree with him. Just like I will beat my chest and tell you, you can never write the history of Nigerians in Canada and not mention Dr. Chidi. Are you crazy? Where are you coming from? Do you know the sacrifices I've put into this thing? You cannot. Or talk about Igbo people here or Biafran people here and not mention my name. You cannot. Just like so many other people who I regard as warriors, people who have done a lot of things. So right now, we are on a serious matter. The IPOB leadership, that they are not able to appear on the show today, it does not tell anything. They just couldn't appear. When they are able to appear, I wish they were here. They will answer the question. It is a legitimate question. That's why we decided to throw this up there. Would it be better that we did not have this? No, because if we don't have, people will keep asking, what are you doing? So now that we have had it, there's no problem. If it strikes a conversation, thank God. If it makes somebody angry or pushes somebody to do something, good. That is why people like me, we're not afraid of standing in this kind of thing. Now, no, well, this is nothing for me. So if it starts something, if it makes somebody wake up and do what they are supposed to be, good and well. I am in very good relationship with the leadership of IPOB. Chief Ogoke, we are friends. We talked about this event too. If it was convenient, he would have come. He couldn't come. I also talked to Nonso, but I, in fairness to them, I told you it's something that I told them late, and there was no conspiracy about it. I am hoping that we will do this show. This Jerry, do you know when I started inviting Jerry to this thing? The day you saw Nzetimo Kafo and Mazi Ogoke on my Chief Ogoke on my show, Jerry was supposed to be there too. He struggled and struggled. He couldn't join. Now somebody will say it's only two of them that came and Jerry didn't come. So try to understand what is going on here. The leadership of ITOB has the coordinator in Canada as Chief Ogoke. They have their coordinator in Ontario as Mazi Nonso. That is the leadership. But this thing you're seeing now, this is not an IPOB meeting. If I organize something for IPOB, I will call IPOB and I'll talk with IPOB. What I'm talking about is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Canadian contribution to it. So, yes, it would be nice to have IPOB content. It would be nice to have other people, but this is festive period. If people didn't come, fine. But we will continue, like we will always say. Next tomorrow, I'm also inviting Omoyele Sowore. And when Omoyele Sowore comes, I expect supporters of Omoyele Sowore to come. I expect people who are participating in the politics in Nigeria now to come. IPOB is not involved in Nigerian politics. IPOB doesn't care about this politics. They don't care. But it doesn't mean I can't talk about it. IPOB, yes, so they wish you well, the ones that I've talked to. They wish you well, fine, but they are not interested in your voting. They're not interested in your politics. When you finish, They will still keep insisting on what they are insisting. Whether you do election or you don't do election, we want our Biafra. That's where they stand. It's very clear. So there is no confusion here, and I won't want anybody, although anybody can go ahead and say and do whatever they want to do. But that's the job that I am doing here. You are right about so many things that can be done. There are so many things that can be, somewhere like Tim Okafor too. He's been on my show. A lot of people have been here too. We will continue. Whoever is the one that will lead us to the promised land, that is what we want. Let that person lead and we will follow. But you see this Mazi Jerry Okoro, I really, really thank him. Jerry has been a fighter. Jerry has been a very, very stubborn person. When I looked for someone to go and confront Nigerian officials, I called so many people. Plenty of them didn't have the liver, because we are going to stand in front of the Nigerian legislators, over 30 of them. They were there. Toronto police will come. So we knew what we were going to do. They could be arrested. But who has the liver to do that? You think I can call anybody? I called Jerry. And Jerry came there. And he came. I was wearing my beret. Jerry was putting his Biafra cap. When Jerry came there, the man said, "You're wearing Biafra." I said, "So what?" I called so many other people too. They didn't come. So you work with who is able and who is. This is not a small child's play. Forget all this talk on social media. When it is time for action, that's when you will know that this is not child's play. And for that, Jerry, before you talk, I just want to show people that video, so that you know that me and Jerry go way back. And me calling Jerry is not just something of today. It's based on who I know, that if I call on him,
antecedent,
he will deliver. It didn't start today. So watch this. This was when I called, and Jerry was the person that answered me. So this was the thing we went to do with the Nigerian officials that came here.
Yeah, we just want to give you a message.
We are live. Can I see you? No, you can't see me. My name is Dr. Chidi, and I'm a Nigerian Canadian here. I live there in Toronto, and this is a message we wanted to bring to you. But people that will talk to you probably didn't talk to you. That's why I wanted to have this meeting, but it didn't happen. So that's why we're doing it. Okay, say what you want to say.
But you need to get the permission before you start
No,
doing it.
this is wrong. No, this is Canada. You're in a public space. You're in a public space. That's how we do it here. Yeah, you're in a public space. But anyway, what we want you guys to know is that I know the group organized this. For them, and it's not even like this, but we really don't think.
I think we'll talk after.
We're not. No, he's.
You don't run away. You don't have to run away.
So.
How are you, boss?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you talk good now. Huh? Yeah. No, but they come, they go. Come. What is your name? Please. It's the head that I wanted to talk to. But since I can't find the head, that's all. The head of the delegation. Okay. The head. No, you're the head. You're the head. Okay, please, sir, you're on camera. My name is Dr. Chidi. I am the head of. Oh, that's what they just arrested. So who is anyone can take we are Nigerian people exactly. So we are Nigerian Canadians. Yeah, we are beating on us. I want to send a message. You listen to me now. Because the people that should let us, we thought there should be like a town hall meeting. And you guys will get to meet your brothers and sisters here, but we didn't organize that. Because we are very angry. We are angry with the government that you represent. Personally, I do not have anything against you. I don't know you, don't know me. But on behalf of Nigerians here, we just wanted to register this to you. We take it back to the government, they represent that we're all happy with you. We're very, very angry, especially the fact that our students have not been in school for so long. And yes, it's funny to you, sir. It's not funny. Good. I wonder why you're laughing. We're all happy with everything that is going on, and our government officials are here. And then I know you came here to do your business. And like I said before, I don't like getting into personal things with people, but as long as you represent the Nigerian government, I want you to take this message back to them. Let me tell you something. Let me finish now. Let me finish now. See, I'm not following your interest now. This man that is doing this thing is wearing Biafran. No. Why are you attacking the government? We are not the one that you are. Why am I attacking the government? I cannot channel my grievance to you. That's the problem. That's the problem. You represent Nigerian government and you are not up to you. You are also representing Nigeria in this country. That's why I'm talking to you the way I'm talking to you. Why can't you?
Anyways, I just wanted to show you that little clip to make you understand that I go way back with Jerry, and that's why I trust his judgments when it has to do with matters concerning Biafra. Jerry, you had already given your closing remarks, but
yes, please, just one
quickly.
Yeah, please, just a little 2 minutes or so. Thank you for everything you are doing for us. I want to thank this last speaker who asked a good, I think, 2 questions, about the leadership. As in, I hear na ekutere mmadụ woka anaghị agbatara ya asụ. In subsequent things that will come and then answer the questions that they can answer. We are not here to castigate them or to speak on their behalf. I have spoken Ajuju Biafra na Canada, my brother. But here, Dr. Nkunu, I got part of them out. And before you talk of their leadership, I have been there. And they all know that I have that right to talk about Biafra on any platform. I don't only speak about Biafra, I demonstrate it in many ways. Non-verbal and verbal and body language. If you see me, you know that I am a Biafra. The leadership also, Amarala Nambo, a Biafra. So this question that you have articulated is fine. They will answer it whenever we are meeting again, because we will give them that ample opportunity. But I want to tell you that the Igbo communities, that I made downtown, that meeting was initiated by me, which they can bear you witness. I called the Igbo Union and they all came out. We even organized committee that led to crossing the ice. And that impasse where people thought that we cannot come together, all of them came together and we made one of the best protests here in Canada titled Igbos are Biafrans. It embraced everybody. And from there on, the Igbos never lacked in anything about Biafra. When Radio Biafra, UCHMFO, DOS all came here, the Igbos came, presented color. They gave us solidarity. They even donated money. So Why they are coming now or they are not coming now, we hear the leadership that Akawarani and their relationship with them. But I still think every Igbo man in Canada identify with Biafra. That is what I want you to understand. And they will talk when they are here, then they'll explain where they're going. Oh, we're buying Abaji Holu, and Abaji Holu. Oh, we're buying a Haka, a Haka. But Ilemanya, Ihokula Biafra in Canada. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you clarified that. I forgot it was under Jerry's leadership. Jerry was the leader of IPOB at that time. So I forgot to mention that. So, and that's a testimony of how Igbos here, they put their minds together and they achieve things. That relationship is strong, okay? Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we have to close, and I will thank everybody for participating in this. And Gold, thank you so much again. And C2, thank you very much. All those people that called, I thank you. We started this at 5 o'clock. Here is 8 o'clock. That's 3 hours. That's more than enough time. And I've been sitting here since 2 p.m. So this is from 2 to 8 o'clock. So that will tell you that at least I have tried. But and did you say you wanted to say something?
I was saying something. You stopped me for the caller to finish what he was saying.
Oh, okay. Please use 1 minute to just round up.
Okay, so I am begging you, and I'm begging Daddy Jerry and the other IBOP leader that please do your best. If not every day I go broadcast, so that Simon not go carry him madness, say they go sit at home. Send on no government into our family in this state to begin to kill for election. Whether we sit at home, we not sit at home, election will still take place. But that madness, when we take key after for those 5 days, should not repeat itself under you people's watch. So do everything in your power to continue to broadcast that our people should not obey Samuel Ekpa, that or no government should not enter into our community during election, pretending to become Fulani herdsmen and kill our people. We do not want more bloodshed caused by us again in our Biafra land. Please, nobody kills his own to get freedom. Nobody. We do not want it. So under you people's watch, it must not repeat itself again. Anything you people can do to curb that behavior of Samuel Ekpa, it has to be done. It is an emergency. Please and please. That's what I have to say, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for that beautiful submission. And I see you here, Favor. Thank you so much. Toyota 1977. I see you. Kingsley, you've been so active here. You kept the comment section lively. I thank you, Kingsley.
Dr. Chidi?
Yes.
Please, there is a lady who happens to be the women leader in Ontario. She wanted to come in since 5 o'clock. I wanted them phone them on so that she can be hearing. She was unable. Her name is Victoria.
Also, she can call. She can call with this number.
He said the number. Also, the number.
No, I'm going the wrong number. Give her the number 647.
Can you write this number 647?
989.
992.
989. 989.
Okay, 989.
28.
28.
37.
37.
Yes.
Can you call this number now? It's 647 989 2837.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can or now. I don't know. Okay, can you call it? You speak with them.
Dr. Chedi.
Yes, you too.
Let me say something 30 seconds before I go. One thing I want to assure our mother is this. The sit at home, the 5-day sit at home you see happens was not engineered by Samuel Ekpa. is what you see happening there is the voice of Nigerian government and the DSS.
Correct.
When we tell you that we know everything that is happening, take it from
Correct.
us. What you see is written and give by some. Everything you see someone say from his mouth is being written by DSS. He's working with them. We don't say what we don't know. We when we tell you is blue is blue. When we tell you is white is white. Now, I want to make it clear that Samaneba will not escape the wrath of IPOB. The comrade comes, he will never. Let me tell you, he is nobody. He knows that he's nobody. He's just making this noise because Onyendu was kidnapped. One thing he wanted to do is for IPOB leadership to go full force with him. But little did he know that these men are very wise. Because if you pursue him with full force, then people will not see it as if DOS are angry of something else. No. DOS wanted our people to see for themselves who Samanepa is. And our people have seen it. We interrupt with them and we know exactly what they are saying. They wanted our people to see for themselves. And our people are beginning to see it. So DOS, you see, these men are working. They are working every now and then to make sure that our land is being secure. Whatever is seen going in our land today, they take the advantage. Samanepa take the advantage of Mazi was kidnapped, coming out, blackmailing DOS, because our people, the gullible ones, wants to hear the idiot of what Samanepa is dishing. He's going to bring ammunition. He's going to bring North Korea president. He's going to bring fighter jets. These are the things our people want to hear from DOS. They will come out on social media and begin to tell our people they are bringing worship. No, these men are not stupid. They know.
Okay.
They know what they know exactly the time to put put on the trigger. So whatever you see Samanepa is doing today is being written by Nigerian government, and he's not going to go back until he reach here. And we promise you that no reach here. The killing of that pregnant woman in the market, he must be whole responsible for it. I bet you. And Dr. Chid, from here, I thank you everybody that come on board to listen to our voice. All we are saying is that everything DOS is doing is according to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell them to do. And they will keep following the rules and the regulation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then I thank you very much.
Thank you, C2. Okay, my sister on the phone now. We're almost rounding up, but at least I'm glad you were able to squeeze in. So please tell us your name and make your contribution.
Oh, well, good evening, everyone. My name is Victoria. I am calling from Ontario, Canada.
Mm.
I have been on with you since 5, but
wow.
It happened that the way I got the phone number made it it's like +64. So it's affected the 64%. So it was showing New Zealand.
Oh wow!
So,
sorry.
But thank God that Jerry was able to put me on since 5 and been on since 5.
Wonderful.
Well, I've heard everything everybody said. It was a very nice evening. And please, I say just a little thing to keep encouraging us, no matter the fight, no matter, because people will definitely talk. But let's just keep our eyes on the ball and keep going. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that laid down his life to do this for us is like just an ordinary human being like us, which means I can't even do that. And for him to do it, and then before he does everything, he puts God first to put the cardiac. And I believe and trust that God, the God that he calls on, will never allow him or the Biafrans to be put to shame. It might take time, it might tarry, but it will surely come to be. Let us not, relent, even though there are backbiting from every side. Whatever that is happening will never disturb me. I know I always have a blessed mind. I know what my kids say that they saw me one night I was sleeping, my hand was off. They had to start calling me. Mommy, is everything all right? I say, yeah. They say, why is your hand off? I always continue to pray God that as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put you first, Father God, may he never be put to shame. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be 100% partaker of Biafra, that in the power in the name of Jesus that will surely come, whether the devil like it or not. Whether there is never where you have a freedom fighting that there are no opposition. There will be opposition. But the thing is that how far were you able to hold on?
We must overcome.
Going on. I know the antagonists have gone through, but I didn't care. I don't want to talk. All I'm doing is, in my own private life, God will never allow us to shame. That's one thing. So, Biafra must surely come. It will really take time. It's a matter of time. It will come. So let us continue. I really appreciate this bringing us all together, and I pray it will continue. For we to continue to create awareness. We are not fighting anybody, but to continue to create awareness, because it's like Canada is somehow a bit quiet, lagging behind. So we need to wake up. It's not a matter of fighting and quarreling every time. We all need to wake up and carry everybody along. This journey, this fight is not something you say, oh, this is because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been discriminated, he went through hell before he was kidnapped. But he tried to condone and accommodate. That is the word. Let us try to condone and accommodate, and then arrive at a positive conclusion. Don't say, I am better than this, or you want to be the head, or you want to talk, and then this person should talk, or when somebody talks, oh, let them go and sit down. Yes, I believe in command and control. But command and control should come in a way that it is accommodative. You don't say something and that will be final. Another person's suggestion might be better. Then when we bring all of them together, we arrive at a positive conclusion. So, Dr. Chidi, I really appreciate this thing. And Jerry, I will never forget you. I thank God even for all the other people that came in. Though I was not able to come in on time, but focus everything. So I say thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
As we continue, we will never relent, we will never stop.
Thank you very
God continue to strengthen us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So on behalf of Dr. Erica, my wife, and every member of our crew, my name is Dr. Chidi, and like I will always say, all hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, we hail thee.
All right. Thank you. I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you, everybody. And don't forget to share this video, okay?
Thank you very, very much.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Have a good one.
I'll see you very soon. Yeah.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Dr.
Bye-bye.
Chidi.
Bye-bye. And yeah.
We will see Biafra.
Bye, Jerry. Yeah, bye, my sister.